Hey everyone, I'm Brett Lundquist, and on today's Tech Tuesday, we're at the NMCA race here in Bradenton, and we're going to be talking about some unspoken rules of the track. So one of the first things you want to make sure that you're doing when you get to the track, and before you even get into staging lanes, is make sure your vehicle's not dripping any fluids. We don't want to get any of that on other people's tires or your tires and drag it forward into the starting line. Some other things that you're going to think about is going to be like your AC. It should be turned off. We don't want to be dripping our AC condensation on the ground and making wet areas for other people. And also, something that you should really think about is your water trap. When you're pulling up to the start line, you're actually going to see a little water area that you can pull into to get your rear tires or even your front tires, depending on the vehicle, wet to help with a burnout. Well, if you don't need to do that burnout, or you don't have slicks or anything that's going to benefit from that, like you have street tires on, you can actually drive around the water trap. That way you're not dragging water up onto the start line, and that's going to cause trouble for other people. So one of the next things that you want to think about, or another unspoken rule, it's kind of spoken at some tracks, is courtesy staging. Now basically what this means is you have two cars that are going to line up and race each other, and when you get to the tree, there's actually two bulbs at the top that tell you basically when you're going to cross the beam for the start line. If you come up to the line first, you should pull up until that first bulb lights. You should not pull up again to get the second bulb to light until your opponent has lit their first bulb, and that's courtesy staging. If you pull up and you double light right away before they're ready, it's kind of just a rude gesture, and a lot of tracks actually ask you to courtesy stage anyways. So we highly recommend it. It's a little bit more sportsmanship, and it makes sure that you guys are both ready at the same time to race each other and have some fun. So talking about courtesy staging, let's go ahead and back to the staging lanes. Something else that we want to just address is make sure that you're not doing some of these bad habits. For example, leaving your car abandoned in the staging lanes, working on your car in the staging lanes where you might actually waste time for somebody behind you. If you are behind somebody, you should not drive around them in the staging lanes unless for some reason they've broke down, they've waved you around or anything like that. Some folks won't start their cars to try to keep them cool, and they'll let a big gap form and then they'll move up a little bit. That's perfectly okay as long as everyone's still moving. But driving around somebody kind of looks like you're being a jerk, and it's not something that everyone really enjoys. So another thing you should think about is let's not blast our music. I know we all want to get hyped up before we go down the track. Sometimes you want, your music up, but don't put your windows down and show off your stereo system. No one out there wants to really hear what you're listening to. A few more things we want to talk about is going to be things like, for example, as you're going down the track, you have to maintain your lane. If for some reason you can't maintain your lane, you lose traction, something happens, you start to steer into the other lane, shut down the run. Don't try to be a hero and save it and get back in it, okay? That run's over. Get off the track safely. Try again next time. When you're done with your run and you're coming back to the pits, maybe something's going on with your car. Don't block someone else's pits, okay? Make sure that you're parking somewhere that other people can get in and out. It's hectic with all the different classes and people coming in and out and trying to get going, so just don't block anybody in and make it somebody else's problem. And one of the last things I want to talk about is don't lie about your car's abilities. This really is more about, there's new racers, there's old racers, there's fast cars or slow cars. You're going to be thrown into the mix with everyone else, and if you come out there lying about what you've got and someone's looking to maybe gain advice or even just confidence from you, it really can, show poorly on your part if you're out there just, telling them, oh, this is a slow car, and you're just spanking everybody or vice versa. I understand the game behind it, but at the same time, I prefer to just be honest and tell them, hey, this is what it's done, and I'm looking to go a little faster. Thanks for watching this Tech Tuesday. I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and make a run. Be sure to follow us on social media, and as always, stay tuned.